There's something happening about which I have opinions. I'm Josh, this is Josh Builds Stuff, and the thing that is happening about which I have opinions is the second round of the BrickLink Designer Program sets are about to be available. This is happening November 9th at noon Pacific. 9 p.m. CET, wherever that happens to be. If you're unfamiliar, this is like LEGO crowdfunding stuff. Basically, a bunch of these LEGO sets got 10,000 votes on LEGO ideas, and then they couldn't make it. They weren't good enough. LEGO did not approve them to become official sets, but then LEGO's giving them a second chance to become purchased by consumers like you and me. They're calling it crowdfunding. I don't think it's the best description. They did this once before. You can go check out. I think I made a video on that one as well. I'll put a link to it down below. But this is the second round, and just like the first round, there are a bunch of potential sets, and they're gonna be opened up for pre-orders at that time and date that I said. And the first 5 projects that get 3,000 pre-orders, they will be produced as official sets. The rest will have no chance. I want to take a quick look at the sets here because I have opinions about them, and they are also like very expensive. Let's run through them very briefly here. The Mountain Windmill, the Modular Lego Store, the Science Adventures, that's a very little one, the Seasons in Time Calendar, very interesting, the Retro Bowling Alley, there is a Ruined House, there is a Clockwork Aquarium, a Quest Builder, big thing, and Venetian Houses, which is a newer one to be added here. There was a Cowboy Western Saloon movie set, which one was replaced? That was replaced by the Venetian House. You might have noted on a lot of these are expensive, like $180. This is like $135 one. Now it's $250, $300, $230. This one's a decent price. That's $260 and $289. Like a lot of these are like mid 200s. There's a $165 set and $135 set. That is like, it feels like LEGO doesn't want to make these, or is trying to, I don't know. It's like dissuade us from pre-ordering these. And last time it was the first time, kind of the first time that LEGO did this. And so I think there was a lot of hype around it, and like the big castle set sold out like immediately for pre-orders, and then like they opened it up for more pre-orders. And a weird thing, I don't know if there's going to be 5,000 or 10,000 of each of these being produced. The first round they ended up making 10,000 of each of those sets. This is also all like you're buying things that are theoretical because these are not going to ship for a very long time. You won't be charged for a very long time. That being said, let's take a little bit of a closer look at some of these. I'll only spend some time on the ones that I care a lot about. This is not one that I care a lot about. It is kind of in the medieval themed theme that some people think very fondly of, and they like it. I think it looks very nice as a set. I personally am not interested in it, especially not for that price. The Modular Lego Store, $180. Looks cool for people who like modular buildings. I appreciate the design as someone who likes Lego and Lego stores. Look, it's got a Lego storage room in the back. It's got a pick a brick wall. Like there's some details here, but again, not really for me. But I'm not a building person unless I'm like building Lego, but I don't build Lego buildings, if you know what I mean. I'm a ships and vehicles kind of guy. This one will also be a no from me. This little one, Science Adventures, I appreciate for that price tag, $36. Like I'll probably put my money into that one just because why not at that point. And so I think this one like will probably become one of the 5 to sell out, if not the first to sell out, just because it's so quick. Also, look, little scuba diver. This will be like just even a fun parts pack. That's the other thing. We have no idea what these sets will look like when they're actually produced, like in an official sense. And so this is all, again, kind of just theoretical. Like these are the designs and the images that were submitted to the LEGO Ideas program. The final designs are still, we have no idea what they're going to look like. The next one, the Seasons in Time, is a bold one. General Kenobi, $250, and it's strange. It has so much potential because it's simple. Like it is just, it's a calendar, right? This big brown part, it's a calendar. But then there's like different little scenes for every, I assume, month of the year, like the different seasons and the different holidays and stuff. I love it. I think it's great. But honestly, this would do better as like a seasonal, just like release 10 or 12 little sets throughout the course of the year instead of trying to get people to pay $250 one time for this kind of thing. Like I would buy each of these little scenes one after another, but like I'm not going to buy this thing all together. Then there is a Retro Bowling Alley for $230, which is like an immediate disqualification regardless of how cool this looks and like how well the actual like mechanical bowling little bit works. Just the prices are just kind of boxing me out here. There's a Ruined House, which I'll be honest, this one doesn't appeal to me. I mean, I guess architecturally, like stylistically, it's okay, but like this one doesn't appeal to me regardless of the price tag. You could offer this one to me for free. I'd take it for free, but like I wouldn't pay very much for this anyway. This one, however, is very intriguing and interesting to me because I like fish and aquariums and things under the water, so I'm a little biased here, but also that price tag is appealing to me. So this is one that I will probably pre-order. This one in like the little Explorer pack one. This, I mean, I don't care that much about fish tanks or aquariums. I like the little mechanical bit here. I like the price. I think I like the size, and I love this like alternate backdrop thing. I wasn't sold on this set until I saw these, like this little pirate example and this little like squid thing with the ship there. I love a big squid because it reminds me of my favorite book, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You guessed it. So this one looks great. I'm very excited about it. And it is my favorite of the bunch for all of those reasons. Then there's the quest builder, which is interesting, just like that it made it this far in all these rounds, that it got this many votes. I don't understand if it's a standalone game in and of itself, or if it's like a dungeon builder for like playing D&D kind of thing. Like it just seems like a mock your own mock, right? Like here's a bunch of different little scenery elements and stuff for $260. Like I don't see the audience here and the appeal here. Read this if you're interested more in that sort of thing. That one's it's interesting to me. And the final one here is the Venetian houses, which again, I'm not a building guy, but I totally appreciate the architecture here. I'm surprised because it feels like in the last LEGO Ideas review thing, we got like 50 something ideas and half of them looked like this, like they could have been this, but they're not all going to get a second chance. And yet this one does. I don't really understand LEGO's decision-making process there, but this one, again, for almost $300, like I'm not even going to look twice at this. I'm so interested and intrigued to see which of these sets will get picked up, will get the votes. If this thing, like the votes, they're supposed to be open for like 5 weeks, but last time they were closed, like they were done in 2 days or whatever. So there's also round 3 stuff down there that we're not going to look at today. Let me know your thoughts on these sets. Let me know what you're planning on pre-ordering. I honestly, I'm curious to see how this round goes, if it'll last for a long time or if everything will get sold out again really quickly, and what sets will actually make it. Like I said, I'm hoping for this Science Adventures one and this cool little aquarium, but I think all of the sets here, like they deserve to be made into LEGO sets. Let's let the crowd fund LEGO's decision-making process, because it is crowdfunding, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I suggest you do the same because the video is ending, but on your way out, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more content, not really like this one. Usually I do like LEGO set reviews, but this is an excuse for me to look at this new stuff because honestly, I don't get a chance to sit down and do it often enough, and so I guess I like bringing you all along on these journeys with me, so let me know if you like this format of video. It's a little different from what we usually do around here. That being said, again, I'm out of here. Have a good one.